The reason I like the Scribd model is that it doesn't put the same downward devaluation pressure on books that other subscription models tend to do, because I'm always thinking about devaluation. I'm always thinking about how can authors set their own price for their books, and how can authors decide, I believe authors should be in control of everything. Authors should decide what their book costs. So at Scribd, you decide what your book costs, and your royalty is going to be based on a percentage of what your book's list price is. That's a completely different model than what Kindle Unlimited is doing and what Kobo Plus are doing. So those other two subscription services pay out of a pool. So there's a certain pot of money that gets divided up among the authors whose books are read, whether it's the number of pages read or the number of minutes read. And the pool models, depending on the retailer, have the tendency to put more devaluation pressure on the author and also strip the author of pricing control. So if you're being compensated based on the number of minutes that your book is read, if you write a children's book that only has 300 words in it, yet your book sells single copies at $4.99, that subscription model is really going to devalue your work. You're getting it a fraction. Or if you write short fiction, or if you write erotica, we were talking about erotica earlier. Erotica authors typically command higher prices for shorter works because it's a different type of product for the reader. And so some of these pool-based models do have the potential to disadvantage certain authors and certain types of content. Whereas if you look at the Scribd model, which is not the pool-based model, it forces Scribd to be accountable to the author and the author's expectations for what they feel like they deserve to be paid. But even Scribd has its own little quirks. If your book is priced too high in certain categories, like romance, your book may not appear within the Scribd catalog. So that's something that some authors have to struggle with.